Dad, I have rights to see my grandchild. You have never been stable, and it is my job to make sure my grandchild isn't raised in the gutter. Cue more incoherent screaming about respect. Yada yada yada.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut.
I don't know what the that was.
Well then, looks like we got an update to yesterday's video to go through here. If you didn't watch the previous video, there will be a link in the description below, and as always, a clickable link at the end of this video, if you want to skip ahead, and then start over after. Alright, well, you know the drill. If you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and maybe even hit subscribe too if you're feeling saucy. Anyway, video time, enjoy. r/justnofamily. Update 6 weeks to go, and grandparents' rights bonus, CPS showed up. So I wanted to take the time to update everyone, because my messages and inbox were completely flooded last post, it just blew up unexpectedly. I would like to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. Your comments were read, reread and taken into consideration. We have had an interesting week to say the least, and I would like to update, if this isn't allowed on this sub, mods to your thing. Monday I received a call. I was actually out and about running errands before maternity leave, and have my phone programmed to ring through my car Bluetooth, so when a random number popped up I didn't think much about it, and just answered thinking it was a client. It was my dad. He called me by first and middle name, and this is the conversation as per recorded on my phone. I keep a recording device on my phone so, when clients change an order I have a record of it. Dad, Southern Messy, you pregnant? Me, wah. Dad, answer me right now. Me, after a few seconds of shocked silence, Dad, it's nice to talk to you. It's been a while. What can I do for you today? Dad, you will respect your elders and answer me truthfully right now, young lady. I'm 31 yo for the record. Cue incoherent screaming. I can also hear my mom in the background egging him on. Me, listen Dad, I'm not sure how this is any of your business seeing as we haven't spoken in over a decade, but yes, I'm pregnant, and it is absolutely none of your business. Dad, I have rights to see my grandchild. You have never been stable, and it is my job to make sure my grandchild isn't raised in the gutter. Cue more incoherent screaming about respect. Yada yada yada. Me, okay, well, it's none of your business, and if you're going to yell we can't continue to have this discussion. I hung up on him. I was just really proud of myself for keeping calm through the entire conversation and not yelling back. It's something I have been working on as I have a bit of a temper when people start screaming. I was pretty shaken after this, but finished what I had to do in town and headed home. I talked to my husband who listened to the recording and insisted we save it and send it to our attorney. She listened to it and said it could be a good foot in the door to retrieve Roe, but warned us they are usually extremely hard to come by and we will need a lot more evidence to get one. Jump to Wednesday afternoon and I'm in my office working away and on a conference call with a very picky engineer who can't grasp the laws of physics when my phone beeps through. I ignore it at first and the call comes through 3 more times, so I apologize to the client and ask him if I can call him back or email him the information, and he agrees, so I skip over and take the other call. We live on roughly 103 acres that we also run a business on with a metal building and warehouse that also backs into my in-laws' property of over 500 acres. All access points to the house are gated and you need a code to get in. It's my gates intercom system and a man comes through identifying himself as a sheriff's deputy of our county and explains he has a CPS worker with him and they would like to come talk to me. I was shocked. Completely and totally shocked. I sat for a minute until he snapped me out of it by calling me ma'am over and over again. I asked him if this could wait until I had my husband and attorney were available. A woman's voice came over the intercom and said she really needed to assess the situation today and they could call a judge for a court order. Plus she told me it wouldn't look favorable in her report. I sat stunned for a minute but gave them the code and met them on the front porch. The CPS worker came to the porch with the sheriff's deputy and explained they had reports of unstable and insanitary living conditions with a single mom who was severely mentally ill and had been off her meds, claimed she was suicidal and possible on drugs. I'm about to pop. My belly is huge, so I was dressed in comfortable clothes yesterday, but I didn't look like a crazy person either. I asked her why the sheriff's deputy was necessary, and she told me the complainant told them I kept guns in the house, which is true. I have rifles and handguns for hunting and personal protection, plus we have coyotes and bobcats that tend to kill livestock and go after farm dogs, and with my unstable condition, advised CPS to take backup. My cleaning lady happened to be here yesterday morning, caught wind of the situation, and walked outside to call my in-laws. I showed them my super clean and organized house, my stocked pantry, where I kept all chemicals and cleaning products, all natural products, kept in the laundry room, where you can close the door to keep little ones out. I showed them my second freezer packed with pre-made baby meals for after she comes, the bassinet set up in our room, the pack and play and diaper station set up in the living room, and the rocking baby bouncer set up in my office. I showed them the finished nursery complete with 6 boxes of diapers and clean clothes stuffed in her closet and her own bathroom with all the baby products one can possibly have. I showed them our safe in the back of our walk-in that has all guns and firearm supplies locked up in a walk-in safe room. They met our 4 fur babies who were all very well behaved with the exception of the oldest 13-year-old 102-pound coon hound who doesn't care for men or guns, and as the sheriff's deputy, had both I put our fur baby outside, so he wouldn't take a chunk out of the deputy for continuing to stand between us. She asked if our dogs were dangerous, and I told her no. She asked if I had been diagnosed with a mental illness and what medications I was taking, which I told her the truth. I was diagnosed with depression/anxiety over 7 years ago, and my medications and care were between my doctor and myself. At that time my awesome father-in-law arrived and overheard this. He told her she was not to question me about my medical condition, and if needed we could provide documentation to CPS from my doctor with any information they required. When he spoke up, the CPS worker asked who he was, and when he told her he was my father-in-law she went to shuffling her notes. She said she was informed I was a single mother, in which case I explained no, my husband and I have been married for 3 years this October and together for over 5. I showed her our wedding book with certificate of marriage from the country we were married in, complete with pictures of us and family. She asked if I was employed, and I told her we owned our own business and the warehouse and metal building they passed on the way in was our shop, and showed her my husband and my home office complete with huge machines that we require to do our work. I also showed her the current W-2s we have on file for ourselves, and explained if she wanted to contact our CPA with questions I could notify him ahead of time. Lastly, she asked where our child was. My father-in-law and I both exchanged looks and kind of laughed thinking she was joking. I told her we haven't had our child yet and indicated my huge swollen belly, which made her and the sheriff's deputy exchange looks. She asked when I was due and if this was our first child. When I told her I was due on Halloween and yes, this was our first and only child, she muttered that she was told something different. They left, but not before informing me they would require a report from the hospital about any drugs found in the baby's system, and would have to do one more follow-up visit after my daughter came to close the case. I'm still sitting here in awe. I have no idea what the fornicate just happened, but man did it hit me like a bag of bricks. It seems very surreal, and I'm not sure what just happened, but this can't be good. I'll try to keep updating, and sorry for the wall of text. I'll also try to answer anyone's comments, and thanks in advance for your support. Whoa, you made it to the end? Nice. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and like. I'm a new channel, and it helps a lot more than you think. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Wanna fight about it?